Hello, friends. Welcome to a journey that goes beyond the surface. There's nothing quite like the thrill of landing in a brand new city. The fresh air, the vibrant sounds, and the tantalizing aroma of street food wafting through the air. You've seen these iconic places in countless movies and on glossy postcards. New York's towering skyscrapers, the charming cable cars of San Francisco, and the sunlit boulevards of Los Angeles. The promise of adventure and discovery is everywhere, beckoning you to explore. But as you wander through the streets, you begin to notice something missing from those perfect postcards. In the shadows of grand, gleaming buildings and beneath the freeway overpasses, there are people living on the streets, often overlooked and forgotten. The contrast is striking. Bright theater lights illuminating sleeping bags on the sidewalk, laughter and chatter from bustling cafes juxtaposed with someone quietly asking for change. This stark reality is an integral part of the city's story too, a narrative often untold. I came for the food, the culture, and the connection. But you can't truly understand a place if you only focus on the shiny, polished parts. The beauty and the struggle coexist side by side, each telling its own tale. Once you see this reality, you can't unsee it. It becomes an indelible part of your experience, shaping your understanding. We're going to walk these cities not just as tourists, but as fellow human beings, striving to see the whole picture with empathy and understanding. Every person has a story, and every story deserves to be heard. Let's embark on this journey together, with open hearts and open minds. Let's go. Los Angeles, the city of dreams, palm trees, and movie stars. The energy is electric, the food scene incredible, and optimism fills the air. But just beyond the glitz, you see sprawling tent encampments, makeshift homes for thousands. The Hollywood sign looms above a city of tents, a stark symbol of hope and hardship. It's not just a few people, it's entire communities, families, older folks, young people. These are neighbors without homes, living in the shadow of the world's entertainment capital. The contrast is jarring, reminding you that the glossy image is only part of the story. You can walk from celebrity hotspots to blocks where survival is the focus. LA's beauty and excitement remain, but the complexity deepens. The dream is out of reach for so many. Look past the glitz, and you'll see the real human heart of the city. San Francisco, a city of cable cars, sourdough, and innovation. But in neighborhoods like the Tenderloin, the crisis of homelessness is impossible to ignore. The contrast between immense wealth and visible struggle is everywhere. You see tech headquarters beside people with nowhere to go. It's not hidden, it's woven into daily life. Walking these streets, you feel sadness, confusion, and empathy. The question lingers, how can a city of such prosperity have so much poverty? Seeing it up close changes your perspective, beauty and pain side by side. New York, the city that never sleeps, bursting with energy and ambition. But for many, never sleeps means nowhere to sleep. Homelessness here is often hidden, people riding subways all night, sleeping in shop doorways, lining up at shelters. The city's right to shelter policy is strained to the limit, with record numbers in shelters, including families and children. Many work hard but can't afford the city's sky-high rents. The duality is everywhere. Holiday magic on one block, a family in need on the next. Beneath the excitement, countless stories of survival unfold daily. It's humbling and powerful. The cost of living is a mountain too high for many. To make it here is harder than ever. The city's promise is real, but so is its struggle. Why does this happen in such wealthy cities? The biggest reason, the cost of housing. Rents have soared far beyond what many can earn. Job loss is another factor. One crisis, and there's no safety net. Health problems, especially mental health and addiction, can quickly spiral into homelessness. Medical bills pile up, and without support, it's hard to recover. Many lack a support system. No family, no friends to call in a crisis. It's not about laziness. It's about a perfect storm of high costs, lost jobs, health struggles, and isolation. All these factors combine to create a crisis that's hard to escape. In the bustling city of Los Angeles, I encountered Maria, a woman with a gentle touch, tending to her potted plants outside her makeshift home beneath a freeway. Her small garden was a vibrant splash of life amidst the concrete jungle, a testament to her resilience and hope. For over 2 decades, Maria dedicated herself to her job as a hotel housekeeper. She worked tirelessly, raising 2 children in a modest apartment, always striving to provide them with a better future. Her days were long, filled with the routine of cleaning and caring, yet she found joy in the simple moments with her family. But life took an unexpected turn when the hotel changed ownership. Maria, like many others, received a termination letter, a stark reminder of the fragility of employment. The loss of her job was a heavy blow, one that left her grappling with uncertainty. At her age, finding new work proved to be a daunting challenge. The job market was unforgiving, and as the cost of living continued to rise, Maria found herself struggling to make ends meet. The eviction notice on her apartment door was a harsh reality she never imagined facing. With her savings dwindling, Maria moved from one budget motel to another, each time hoping it would be temporary. She relied on the kindness of friends, sleeping on their couches, but eventually, there were no more places to turn. Her first night on the streets was a night filled with fear and vulnerability. It wasn't just the cold that chilled her, but the overwhelming sense of invisibility, as if she had become a ghost in the city she once called home. Despite the harshness of her new reality, Maria maintained her dignity. Her tent was always neat, her plants a small oasis of beauty and hope in a world that seemed to have forgotten her. Maria wasn't seeking pity or handouts. She wanted to be recognized as a person who had worked hard all her life, someone who had simply fallen on hard times due to circumstances beyond her control. Her story is a poignant reminder that homelessness can touch anyone. The faces we pass by on the street each have their own stories, their own pasts filled with dreams and aspirations. The individuals we see on the streets once had lives much like ours, a job, a home, a family. They are not so different from us, and their stories deserve to be heard and understood. They are just like us, human beings with hopes and dreams, deserving of compassion and empathy. Maria's unwavering dignity and resilience in the face of adversity are truly unforgettable. Her strength is a beacon of hope, a reminder of the human spirit's capacity to endure. She reminds us that homelessness is not a distant issue. It can happen to anyone, at any time. Her story urges us to look beyond the surface and see the humanity in everyone. In the heart of San Francisco, I met David, a young artist who spent his afternoons sketching the city's iconic landmarks from a park bench. His eyes sparkled with creativity as he captured the world around him, his sketchbook always open, filled with intricate drawings of the city's vibrant life and architecture. David had moved to San Francisco with big dreams, determined to study art at a local college. He worked part-time jobs to make ends meet, sharing a tiny, cramped apartment with other students. Their living space was small, but it was filled with laughter, late-night study sessions, and the hope that their hard work would pay off. But then, everything changed. David began experiencing severe panic attacks that left him unable to work. The anxiety became overwhelming, making it impossible for him to keep up with his job or his studies. He often sat alone, struggling to breathe, feeling trapped by his own mind. Without a steady income, David couldn't afford rent. He received an eviction notice and, with a heavy heart, packed his belongings into a single backpack. Forced to leave both his apartment and his college, he watched his dreams slip further away. Navigating the healthcare system became a nightmare. Without a job or a permanent address, getting help for his mental health was nearly impossible. The paperwork was endless, and the waiting rooms felt cold and unwelcoming. Alone and overwhelmed, David found himself living on the streets. His sketchbook became his last connection to his old life, a reminder of who he was and the dreams he still carried, even as he slept rough with only his art supplies for comfort. Drawing became David's escape, a way to process his emotions and connect with the world around him. On city sidewalks, he would sketch scenes of hope and resilience, sharing his art with passers-by who stopped to watch. Despite everything he'd lost, David still found beauty in the city. He admired the skyline, the architecture, and the people who moved through the streets, always searching for inspiration and moments of light in the darkness. David's story is one of incredible resilience, creating and dreaming even when he had nothing left. He continued to draw, determined to hold on to his passion and his sense of self, no matter how difficult his circumstances became. He reminds us that homelessness isn't just about loss. It's also about holding on to hope, dignity, and the small things that make us who we are. David's hope shone through in every line he drew. Every person, no matter their situation, carries a dream within them. Even in the hardest times, those dreams can give us strength and purpose, helping us endure and move forward. Meeting David changed how I see the city. His story is a powerful reminder that the human spirit endures, finding ways to create, hope, and dream, even in the face of overwhelming hardship. Walking these cities, you feel like you're in two worlds at once. One moment, you're awed by architecture and culture. The next, you see someone arranging their belongings on the street. The joy of travel mixes with empathy and discomfort. A gourmet meal feels different when you see a hungry family walk by. A sunny park is changed by the sight of someone sleeping on a bench. These moments don't ruin your trip, they deepen it. They remind you of your own fortune and the fragility of it all. Cities are more than landmarks. They're the sum of all human experiences. Walking in both worlds is heartbreaking, but it's also deeply human. It opens your eyes and your heart. So, what do we do after seeing all this? The worst thing is to look away or become numb. The first step is to see people, look them in the eye, offer a smile or a greeting. Small acts of acknowledgement restore dignity. Connection is everything. If you want to do more, support local organizations, volunteer, or donate food. Support businesses that help people get back on their feet. Every act of kindness matters. My hope is simple. Let's build a bigger table where everyone has a seat and a safe place to call home. Cities are built on big dreams, and compassion is their greatest strength. Let's hold on to that. Let's be kind. Thank you for coming on this journey with me.